all I wanna do.
Yo, what's going on, good people? It's your boy J.Esquire. I'm hitting you today from the workstation. It's probably where I'll be hitting you at for most of the time from this point on, just because it's just easier to stop what I'm doing within the workday and make it happen. But I hope you've all been well. Hope everything's been going well for you, and just pray blessings on everybody's life. Uh, Back at it again, man. Definitely dope and excited to be doing this again and just getting back to it, get back in the groove of things, chopping it up with you, and just you know what I'm saying, digging in your minds and seeing what you're saying, understanding how you understand it. So today's topic, it's kind of sprung from just me, just meditating on some things yesterday, just the current state of relationships and all that kind of thing, and it just dawned on me to ask, control group of maybe 10 to 12 people from a male and female perspective. And I had already talked to some guys some time ago. I'm a guy, so I always talk to guys about this kind of stuff. And it dawned on me to talk to some women. So I reached out to a few women, probably 10 to 12, maybe 20. I think it was close to 20. And the reaction I got was very interesting. Um, I was asking, why do you believe um, women are more prone in this day and age to flock to dating women than they are to seeking out men? And the response I got was, "Hey, because you know, guys, you tell them things and it's just like they don't try to understand. It's just what they want to do, and they're so rough, and they don't. I mean, they don't have a delicacy to them that's necessary for a woman. Sometimes we want you to be delicate. Sometimes we want you to understand. Sometimes we want you to just try to relate. You know what I'm saying? And there's not enough men out here that try to do that. And from men's side, women is too much pressure. The expectation initially may be too high, and they come in and they expect this and they expect that. And just a lot of you know tit for tat type stuff. And I think what I grasped from all that is that I'll speak on the male's perspective first because I'm a man, so I can really relate from that one. Is that sometimes as a man, I've come into situations, and there were situations where I've set the standard for what I want to see done, and things didn't work out like they were supposed to. Not because I didn't say what I wanted, it's because it just didn't work out. There have been situations where I haven't set the standard initially. I haven't came in and spoke up and said what I expect, what I'm going to be able to do, where I am in my position in life. And later on, you know, they just assumed that because went with some things that they did with, that I was okay with them, and then it turned out that not being the case. And because I didn't speak up about that initially, it ended up being an issue in the long run. And then there were situations where I was straight up, and um, someone was just straight up with me. The woman was just straight up with me about what she was trying to do, what she was trying to go with things, and it ended up going sour. So it's 100 perspectives, 100, you know, scenarios. And then from the women's perspective, what I was getting yesterday was that men just don't try to get enough in tune with the women to understand where she's coming from, and aren't as open as women are. And with that, I can understand someone, because from talking to guys about the situation, men naturally are a little more enclosed about certain things. Like we just want you to understand that that's the way we are, and you know what I'm saying. We get stuck up in that. That's just me. This is where I am. I don't want to. I shouldn't have to change that. You know what I'm saying. Instead of being willing enough and putting aside the pride, and then you know what I'm saying, and all that pomp and circumstance, and just you know what I'm saying, being like, oh, well, maybe I can do this a little different. Maybe I can do that a little different. So um, that's just what I was getting from them. You know what I'm saying? Both sides, whatever. But it didn't. This is my perspective. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was getting from both men. But this is my perspective. My perspective is this. I believe that a lot of relationships, you see men going with women and women going with men. I mean, not women going with men, because that wasn't the issue. But you see women going with women and men going with men. It's because of the lack of honesty initially from both sides. I found it in recent time and over my lifetime. The more honest I have been up front, and both parties have been up front, it was a lot easier when you had to part ways simply because there was so much honesty up front. Because if you know what you're getting, you lay it all out on the table up front. There's no room for confusion later down the road. I think that's the greater issue of any issue. I want to revisit something that I shared with my sis or the fam yesterday. I was chopping it up with Dana Williams. Shout out to Dana. She reposted me. She screenshot was chopping up on Snapchat. She's one of the people I reached out to talk about the subject and hit up. And my response to her, I think she asked me, we were just chopping it up, and in the midst of chopping it up, I said I got real hip to that all women truly want is someone who is willing to listen, as well as being considerate enough to adjust where necessary without compromising self. What that means is willing to listen and adjust and be considerate enough to adjust where necessary without compromising self. Listening, considerate enough to adjust where necessary without compromising self. Listen. That doesn't happen on either side a lot of times. Listening. 99% of the time when you have a discussion with somebody, you got an answer ready for them before they even finish their statement. You're not listening. There's no way in heck you're listening. If you finish, and as soon as you finish, I've already calculated my response, I haven't listened. Because there's no way in heck that I've already have a prepared response for you if I'm listening. That's half the issue. Being considerate enough to adjust. When someone tells you what they feel like is their issue with you, take consideration. Because you aren't perfect. And that's on both sides, not just male or female. Take consideration. Because you aren't perfect. You know what I'm saying? We are flawed individuals. It's okay to mess up. It's okay not to be perfect. Just be more open to it and admit that, as opposed to denying it. Being willing to adjust without compromising yourself. Now, if changing what you're doing and moving or shifting something is going to completely compromise you as an individual, then I wouldn't advise you to do it. Because you need to be who you are at the end of the day. If you're changing because somebody is making you feel like somebody's making you change and not because you want to change, at the end of the day, you don't need to be changing. That's just the end of that story. There's no, you know what I'm saying? Nothing else to be discussed. If you're changing because someone thinks you should be changing and not because you feel like that's what you need to do, then you shouldn't be changing. Never compromise yourself. Never sell out what you are. Because He made us all specifically with our own DNA, blood types, body structures, for a reason. Because we're all individuals. Let's define individuals. I'm going to define individuals for you. And I'm going to give you the Webster's definition. I know I'm here to teach you. It's not teaching. I'm just chopping up with you guys, man. You know, separate or single. A single human being as distinct from a group, class, or family. Single, separate, discrete, independent. That's an individual. Nobody's like you. You're one of a kind. Unless you got a twin. And even if and applying that to your lives is going to be very pivotal for your success. And this came from, and it's spending time in relationship with what you believe in. Spending spiritual time with yourself. Feeding your spirit, man, is very important, people. I don't know what you all believe. I believe that God is my father, spiritual father. And that when I need something, he's going to provide that. Spiritually. And in all other shapes, forms, and fashions, he's going to provide that. So when I have a question or issues about something, I seek him. So having that balance is going to be very necessary. Mind, body, and soul. Mind, body, and soul. People, get in shape. Take care of yourself. If you take care of mind, body, and soul, being in a relationship is going to be nothing. You know why? Because what you will be able to do is to apply this concept that me and my sister were talking about yesterday, which is I just got help that all women really want, truly want, is someone who's willing to listen, as well as being considerate enough to adjust when necessary without compromising self. That is a concept that not only can be applied to dealing with women, but individuals as a whole, men and women. Yes, women are more naturally open to that ideal. Yeah, we don't have to preach this to women. Some women you do, some you don't. Yeah, men you don't got to preach this to. Some men you do, some men you don't. That just is what it is. But this is very important, people. Never fully compromise what you are as a person, individual. You know, I have my little buff sleeve tucked up. You feel me? But yeah, man. Just want to get up and share that with you guys, man, and encourage you to really be selfless when it comes to a conversation. Really take the time to listen. Really take the time to absorb what another person is saying, and see how much growth you see in that relationship. Because 99%, I guarantee you, if you go back to any conversation when you've had an argument, it's because you haven't absorbed what they're saying. You've taken the time to absorb enough to get a response, to rebuttal what they're saying to you as opposed to listening. You know why I know? Because I've done it before. And sometimes I still do it. And I'm trying to become better at that. I'm not perfect at all. By any means am I perfect. By no means am I perfect. What I'm saying to you is to seek to do that. Seek to be better in communication, because communication is the key to all things working smoothly. The reason the earth and this society is the way it is now, because there's not a proper communication of love. There's not proper communication of love between ethnicities, between families, within ethnicities, within households. There's not a proper communication of love, people. So that's why you see all this dysfunction. That's why you see people killing people, brothers killing brothers, sister killing sister. Dude killing dude across the street. You know what I'm saying? Because there's not enough love for him to even take the time to go over there and see what this dude is about. I'd rather kill you first to boost up my rep than to even come over there and have a conversation with you and figure out what kind of person you are. That's why things are the way they are. You know? So, man, I just encourage you guys, again, be selfless enough to listen. And not only listen, take in what they said. Don't absorb it to respond, just listen. Sometimes you don't need to respond. Sometimes you just need to listen. Men and women alike. Because there's only two sides. There's only men and women. Ain't the dogs. We don't care about the dogs and stuff. Love dogs. I love animals, but you know what I'm saying? They here. Dogs are a lot more loyal than we are. You know what I'm saying? We tell them to be in there. Some of them hard headed. So we ain't gonna get away with that. But speaking on men and women, that's important, guys. And I'm learning that, man. That's why coming here and chopping it up with you guys is extremely refreshing to be able to share my life experience with you all. Because all these things have made me a better person. You know what I'm saying? I talk to men and women alike, like, dang, man. Like, I wish, I was able to be in that place. You can be in that place, bro. It's not difficult. I talk to girls and have a conversation with women, and they say to me, hey, well, there's not a lot of guys like me. Yes, there are. There are a lot of guys like me. But a lot of guys didn't come from my same walk of life. So they're not going to sound exactly like me, move exactly like me, or be exactly me. So you got to take people for what they are. But really take the time to listen, please. Please, y'all listen. Y'all listen. talk to each other and listen to each other. Listen. 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 Please. Listen, comprehend, try to understand, and relate. And I promise you, a lot of problems and issues we have on this earth will be fixed, man. Simple, easy peasy. But yeah, man, that's all I got for today. J.Esquire again, love chopping it up with the peeps. You know what I'm saying? I love having this conversation with y'all again. You always know you can go check me out at. You check me on my Instagram, Fofina_Esquire. Check out all my pictures I'm posting and my photography work, and you know all the stuff I got releasing and coming out. That's my main page. Check out my photography page, J Slaves Photography. That's my other Instagram. Check out my websites, www.JEsquirefashion.com. Check out that. Check out my photography website, jslavesphotography.com. Check that out. That's up and going. And as well as my Twitter, Mr. Confina. If you want to follow me on Snapchat, follow me, Mr. Confina. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you see on my Snapchat is on my Snapchat. I ain't doing nothing crazy to people, but if folks like this, you know what I mean? If you're going to be nosy, don't go looking for nothing. I'm real, like, I ain't about to have nothing up there that you ain't never seen me do before, no way. But anyway, follow me on my Snapchat at Mr. Confina. And as well as follow, let me look at the exact page. This is brother, my brother. Shout out to my bros. Human Statue Fitness, my bro Ashley Lee, Jr. He's started personal training, man. It's going up for him, and I'm proud of him. About to be a dad, super hyped for that. Yeah, you feel me? So that's super lit. My boy Dontre Ross, man, he definitely helped me a lot as far as the business aspect and really getting that together. You know what I'm saying? And making that happen. Just don't keep coming untucked. You know, I'm trying to have my buff on it here. I can't get my buff. You feel me? But he helped me a lot with the business aspect of things, and just growing up on that side, handling business, making sure everything's in order, that aspect. So I really appreciate him for that. So y'all go check out his page. It's DJ Draws Exclusive Productions. So look that up. That's his Facebook page. Go follow that, like that. He's a dope photographer. Dope person, great guy. Who else? What else did I got for you, media wise? WearMyVest.com. People, Wear My Vest. If you're looking for promos, you're looking for anything promo, WearMyVest.com. It'll be in the credits. You can add the app on your phone. It's a promotion for concerts, all that type of stuff. It's the only app like its kind. WearMyVest.com is the only thing existing like its kind promotion wise. It broadcasts from 50 states to 216 countries. So, hey, it's real out here, man. It's definitely real. But definitely check wearmyvest.com. Shout out to my boy David Yukon Maury for the opportunity to work with you, man. Definitely appreciate it. But again, man, this has been your boy J.Esquire. All I'm trying to do is to blend my fashion with my photography, with all my other loves, and show you love at the same time. I hope I've done that today. J.Esquire the vlog. We out. Peace.